The car hobby is broken into two essential factions. You've got your mechanics and you've got your body guys. It's two completely different disciplines. As a rule of thumb, body men make terrible mechanics, and mechanics are horrible at bodywork. There are exceptions to the rule. There are some guys that are proficient at both. And you know, probably 1 out of 10. But for the most of us, it's hard. The two disciplines are incompatible. The mechanical end is all about, you know, hard realities. It's about measurements to the thousandth of an inch. It's about, you know, things being, you know, meticulously clean, exactly square, exactly right. It's about bolts being loose or bolts being tight. It's a regimented order of things that have to come apart and go back together again. It's all analytical thought. Then you get to the bodywork end of things, and it's not quite that way. Bodywork is sloppy, to say the least. There's dust, there's rust, there's a sloppiness to it. It's much more intuitive, you know, where the mechanical end is analytical, the bodywork end is intuitive. The environments don't really match up either. If you're working in a small environment, if you're doing bodywork, there's dust and overspray all over everything. It's the exact opposite of what you want on your clean side where you're doing your mechanical work. And vice versa. All of the different oils and solvents and whatnot that you're using, you know, building an engine or a transmission or doing anything like that is death to decent bodywork. So everything you do in this hobby is psychological. You know, 90% of everything happens in your head, and then the other 10% is what you're actually doing with your hands. So what I found is, I'm a good mechanic, I'm not really good at bodywork, but I can pull it off. Bodywork sucks. In fact, most psycho killers start out as bodymen. And what I found is that if I try to do both of these things in the same day, you know, if I you know, put a set of heads on a car in the morning and at night I feel like doing bodywork, I do a terrible job. So what I try to do is I try to break it up. I try to put a day aside to do either task so that I get into that head. So I get into, I'm either, you know, hardcore, analytical, get the fucking job done, or the intuitive type that has to feel the curves and you know, flow with what's going on. It's a total Zen thing. You know, before you embark on bodywork, you want to like take a break. You want to like, you know, relax for a while, play with the dogs, you know, do something that's just like, you know, gets you in touch with your, you know, your flowing side. And then you can attack these things. Typically a mechanic, you can always tell mechanics doing bodywork because he'll have to just put a skin coat on a fender and he'll end up using a whole gallon of Bondo. It'll all end up in dust on the floor and he's still going to need more to finish it off because he's going to undercut everything. I know that when I'm doing, like especially blocking, if I'm in mechanic mode and I go to block the car, forget about it. It's all choppy and it's just not right because I'm going too hard, I'm going too fast, and I'm going where I think it should go instead of where it's actually telling me to go. If I take that, you know, that break and I get into body mode, then I'll flow with the lines of the car, the subtle curves and everything, and it'll come out right. But anyway, that's it. Just I got to get back to sanding on this thing. So that's it. I'll see you tomorrow.